Hey, shalom everyone. Welcome to a very quick video of a little park I used to play in when I was a kid. This place has changed a little bit, but this is one of the reasons I really like forests. So a little tidbit about me, yes, I love forests, and this is a place where we had a miniature forest. This actually used to be much more green, and there used to be like a whole huge shrub there and so on. Hasn't really changed. It's been the same way, almost the same way for the last 50, 60 years. It's a beautiful rainy day in northern Israel. It's a park next to a residential area, so nothing remote or out of the way. There used to be a huge shrub here, so felt more like a forest back then. But they kept most of the trees here. I don't know if you can see the rain, you can see the drops. And we just used to come here and play as kids. So it was much thicker, it was more like that. It was more of a thicket in this area, so you felt like you were in a forest. And this was our favorite tree as kids. It really was. This tree has been here for decades. I'm not sure how long. Never actually investigated even what this tree was, but you can still see every once in a while kids come here and they put things into the tree to create some kind of a fort. We literally had a tree house in this building and in this tree until the municipality asked us to take it apart, and we refused as kids. So they came in and they destroyed it for us. This is a really fun little place to come over during Shabbat and just sit here. There are almost no cars during Shabbat in my town because this is a relatively religious area. And this was fun, just come here, play, sit around, sit with friends. Fortunately, I don't really see anyone do it anymore. I think that really, in truth, everyone's looking more for like proper playgrounds, and back then, you know, we had dirt. No, not really. But, people played here whatever they could. And remember this used to always be fun. Go in here, hide behind trees and everything. So, just sharing something small about my childhood. A little park not too far away from where I live. And it's another piece of my childhood, growing up in northern Israel. One of the very intriguing things is the fact that there are lots of olive trees. This is an olive tree, okay? There's actually several of them here, and it all connects to this finding here. Slightly vandalized, unfortunately, because what can you do? For some reason, people are obsessed with vandalizing things. But this is a Roman era oil press that was discovered, one of many that were discovered in my area. There's actually quite a bit of archaeology here. You can see the pits that they used, the press itself, all the different tools that they had made of stone. This is a small section out of something much, much bigger that I'm not even sure how big it was, but I remember that they dug several of them up in the area where I live, behind the building I grew up in, and not too far away, and they found lots of places like this. Lots of olive presses. So this is just a few bits and pieces out of a much bigger industry that existed here during the Roman and Byzantine eras. And olive oil production was very, very common in this region. We're not too far away also from the territory of Ashel, which it says that Ashel dips his foot in oil. That's actually olive oil. There was a guy who wanted to say it was crude oil, but obviously wrong. And one of the interesting things, this is only people my age and above actually know, but underneath this little section here, there's an underground crevice of some sort. I'm not too sure if it was part of an old house or if it was a small cave. But underneath all of this, there used to be a small structure that you could actually climb into. And I did when I was a kid, because what can you do? So in any case, some trees, rain. It's a beautiful rainy day just before Shabbat. I'm going to finish some of my shopping. So I want to wish everyone Shabbat Shalom from this beautiful green little haven that we have where I live.